I'm trying to tell you, it was the smallest mistakes really that just slowed the whole train down. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back, and if you are new, welcome too. Today we are covering the top 3 mistakes I made starting a clothing brand. But real quick, before we get started, I gotta give a huge shout out to everybody that has subscribed to the channel, every one of y'all that have been commenting, following my IG, all of it. I see the support. Shout out to y'all. At some point we gotta figure out a name for y'all. I don't know if it's gonna be the Co-Vengers or something. If you got a name, you got an idea, go ahead, drop it down below. Let's jump right into the video. Quick backstory: I started a clothing brand in 2016 with money that I had saved up from working at Bed Bath & Beyond. I had stacked up my cheese. I knew what I wanted to do. I was finally ready to start a clothing brand, or so I thought. Mistake number 1: rushing development. My first drop ever, I put out a hoodie and a t-shirt, and while I thought that they were ready to go, they really were not. It was just so many things that was wrong with this. Like, yes, I ordered samples, but if I recall correctly, like, I was ordering samples from different manufacturers and I kind of forgot who was who in the process. Next thing you know, I put in a bulk order and it arrives and everything was wrong. That could be a little bit of an exaggeration because at the end of the day, I did sell through the hoodies, but it took so long. And I just was not satisfied with the hoodies that I had put out. There were so many logistical issues I didn't think through. Like, I wanted to do a hoodie without pockets, but the moment they came in, I was like, I should have did a pocket. On top of that, I don't think I had the right materials. I mean, the colors were nice. They kind of had other aspects about it, right? But at the end of the day, I wasn't happy with the product, but I had to put it out there because I had saved up this money. I spent, I believe, around $1,000 to order 50 hoodies and 50 t-shirts. So I'm a kid working off minimum wage. I already invested $1,000 into this project, and I literally remember the moment that I came in the house. I brought the DHL box in and split it open, and I looked at that first hoodie. I literally was crying. Like, all I saw was $1,000 lost. Like, I was so hurt. And then 5 minutes after that, I was like, okay, well, we gotta make do. We gotta make it turn into something. So please, 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 when you're making clothes, when you're about to do your drop, see the process of developing your garments all the way through to the end. When you get that final sample, that should be exactly how you want it to release. Mistake number 2: not planning out my releases. Now, obviously, plans change. You have to be able to adapt on the fly. But I heard a wise person say one time, failing to plan is planning to fail. And whoever that person was is correct. So this mistake number 2 is kind of a double whammy, because really what I wanted to touch on about not planning was I didn't really plan to be successful. As in, I never thought about what happens if people really like this stuff. What is the logistics behind me getting more of it? And how fast can I get it? Will it be ready in time to catch the wave? When I came out with my first hoodie, I was marketing it on Facebook. I was posting in groups, and one post in particular happened to get around 300 comments, 1,000 likes. Like, it was just going crazy. But mind you, like I told you earlier, I had 50 hoodies. I couldn't meet the demand. And then on top of that, we had mistake number 1, where the hoodies were not made to my liking. So now it has to undergo the development process again. And by the time that I finally get to there and get the product that I want, I missed the wave that I initially had. So planning for the future and planning for success is very important. Make sure that you're thinking about what happens if this first drop does well. What happens if the second drop goes well? What happens if I get hit up by stylists for a music video that need pieces? What happens if this, that? I'm not saying to overthink it too much to where you don't move, but it is worthwhile to consider these things about what happens if my brand does really well. And finally, mistake number 3, poor marketing. I know that there was a viral clip of Tyler the Creator that went around where he was talking about how people are scared to repost their own work often and just be the driving force behind it, which is true. You can't get wrapped up in the fact of, oh man, I just keep posting this on my IG stories over and over again. They keep seeing the same video. They keep seeing this. Please do not worry about that. Please do not worry about that. And then along with posting and reposting over and over again, keep making new content about the same product. I literally would do one photo shoot and ride that photo shoot out until everything was sold out or as close to sold out as it could possibly be. So poor marketing ties into two things: the lack of content creation, as well as the lack of using as many outlets as possible. I mean, back then there really wasn't any TikTok, but you know, we posted on Facebook, Instagram. That was pretty much it. But what you need to do is experiment. Just because one thing doesn't work when you're advertising it, so be it. You learned your lesson. Take that, whatever you just learned, and just keep going. Seed some stuff to influencers. Find out what works. Which influencers have a good niche that ties into the audience that you're trying to sell your clothes to. But whatever you do, do not get caught up in the mindset that your clothes are just so cool that they will sell themselves. It will never happen. There are so many brands with lackluster designs that are selling out the wazoo, making millions of dollars because they know how to market. So take some time. The same way you need to take time to do your product development, you need to take time to figure out a marketing plan. How are you going to push these clothes when you make them? There has to be a way to communicate to audiences why your clothes are good, why they're cool, why people should wear them. Because nobody is just going to buy it just because you're saying that it's cool. You have to show me, not just tell me. So that's going to wrap it up for today. Those are 3 mistakes that I made. And I'm hoping now that you watch this video that you will not make the same mistakes. And please don't make the biggest mistake possible, which is not subscribing to my channel, because I will be posting videos more regularly. Regularly. And each of those videos is going to have great content just like this one that you just saw. So please comment, subscribe, like, share, all the things that help the algorithm out. But besides that, I hope everybody has a great day, and I'm going to catch you all in the next one.